When it comes to portion sizes, never-ending sounds terrific, which explains why Olive Garden has found such success with its never-ending pasta bowl. But is there more than meets the eye when it comes to this highly popular offer? Let's get to the bottom of this, shall we? Can you remember the first time you heard about Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl?
Enjoy unlimited refill after refill of your favorite pasta, plus free super salad and breadsticks.
According to Today, Olive Garden first opened its doors in 1982, but it took the chain over a decade to start offering its first ever never-ending pasta bowl promotion. In 1995, the chain took carbo loading to new heights by offering diners unlimited servings of pasta, sauce, and toppings in a single visit for $6.95. And then in 2014, a good deal got even better, as Food Business News reported that year. Olive Garden created quite a buzz earlier this fall by announcing the return of its popular never-ending pasta bowl promotion with an added caveat: the never-ending pasta bowl pass. Olive Garden sold 1,000 pasta passes online for $100, giving people the opportunity to receive unlimited pasta, pasta toppings, and Coca-Cola soft drinks from September 22nd through November 9th. It probably won't surprise you to learn that never-ending pasta passes tend to sell out in minutes. But even with the promotion's resounding success, the chain has still faced some financial struggles. In 2019, the New York Post reported, comparable sales across Olive Garden's 900 eateries nationwide rose 1.5%, their skimpiest increase in 2 years, and likely would have dropped if management hadn't begun dangling discounts in late September for the 9-week promotion, known as the Never-Ending Pasta Bowl. Perhaps not coincidentally, that same year Olive Garden announced it would be upping the ante by selling 24,000 never-ending pasta passes.
They're trying to bring people back in here. A lot of these chains have struggled, as you know.
What's the pass cost?
It's $100.
Oh, and that's not all. According to 9 News, Olive Garden is also offering a lifetime never-ending pasta pass for $500. Same benefits, but for the rest of your pasta-loving life. The story so far: never-ending pasta passes sell for $100 and expire after a 9-week period, usually August through November. Still, you can swing into Olive Garden and stuff your face with as much pasta as you want during those 9 magical weeks. What a time you'll have!
Grandma had come up for a visit,
so we took her to our Olive Garden.
Just us girls.
It seems like a good deal, but is it really? The never-ending pasta bowl costs $10.99 and includes unlimited soup or salad and breadsticks. Sure, you can order as much pasta as you want, but anything else will cost you extra, including drinks. According to the Simple Dollar, a bottomless soft drink at Olive Garden costs $2.99. Meanwhile, juice, coffee, and tea cost anywhere from $2 to $5. Throw in tax and tip, and that's an extra $6 or $7 added to your bill right there. So for the never-ending pasta bowl to be worth the price, you'd have to go 18 times in 9 weeks just to break even. Think you can handle that? We believe in you. One of the best things about the never-ending pasta bowl is the sheer number of delicious options available. When all is said and done, you can choose from 8 kinds of scrumptious pasta, 5 rich sauces, and 6 hearty toppings. According to Eater, you can order a total of 391 bowls of pasta without ever eating the same entree. Also, just because you ordered spaghetti and meatballs for your first bowl doesn't mean you can't switch it up for your second, third, fourth, and fifth bowl. Options? You got 'em. If you don't feel like springing the cash for a never-ending pasta pass, you can of course get the never-ending pasta bowl. How fantastic!
Eat, drink, and be merry this summer fantastico at the Olive Garden.
Everything's included here: breadsticks, super salad, unlimited bowls of pasta and sauce, everything that is, except for the toppings. Olive Garden hasn't changed the toppings available with a never-ending pasta bowl since it was first introduced. Meatballs, Italian sausage, sautéed shrimp, sautéed chicken, chicken frita, and shrimp frita. Please note that these toppings vary in price, which means that each new bowl of pasta can start adding up the more toppings you heap on. That is to say, you might have some sticker shock when the server finally hands you the bill. So when you're craving your next carb load at Olive Garden, just remember that it's going to cost you a bit of scratch, even if you order the never-ending pasta bowl. Olive Garden is famous for its exceptionally large portions, which is why people like to go there to celebrate special occasions. Yes, diners tend to throw caution and common sense to the wind when they're at this place, but hey, the promise of never-ending pasta bowls will definitely do that to a person. The robust portion sizes were scrutinized in 2014 by Starboard Value, a major shareholder in Olive Garden's parent company, Darden Restaurants. According to the New York Times, Starboard Value was quoted as saying, "Extreme portion size is inconsistent with authentic Italian values." Up in arms, Starboard reportedly replaced the board of directors and implemented a whole new marketing strategy, which inevitably failed when Olive Garden posted negative sales growth in late 2019. Olive Garden has since reversed Starboard's policy with the current slogan, "Italian generosity is always on the table." Of course, Olive Garden isn't really all that generous with their offerings at the end of the day, and there's one little factoid that you should definitely keep in your back pocket. When you order the never-ending pasta bowl, the servings get smaller after the first bowl. According to Eat This Not That, your first portion is the size of a dinner plate, and the second and third portions are half of that. Fortunately, they don't get any smaller than that for subsequent servings. Really, that's not necessarily a bad thing at the end of the day. The way the never-ending pasta bowl works lets you sample different combinations throughout your visit to Olive Garden. And once you greedily shovel your way through that first huge gloopy mound of pasta, you can then start to experiment with different toppings and sauces.
Whoa, wait, so I get to choose any sauce and pasta, then just keep trying them in different combinations?
Before you know it, you will be a bona fide expert on everything the never-ending pasta bowl has to offer. Okay, so this deal is called the never-ending pasta bowl, but it certainly comes with its fair share of restrictions. First and foremost, this guilty pleasure is for dine-in customers only. That's understandable when you think about it, because what would stop people from ordering 100 bowls of pasta for takeout? Nothing. Here's another pesky restriction. Pass holders can't share the never-ending pasta bowl at the table, so don't even try it. Olive Garden would really like you to believe that the chain strictly enforces this policy too. In minuscule print, the official website makes a point to mention, each meal is for one person and may not be shared. Also, please note that you can't buy the passes for someone else as a gift because life is terrible. The passes can only be used by the person who bought them. And rest assured, you'll need to present a proper ID at the restaurant before stuffing your face with all the pasta goodness your body can withstand. Oh, and here's something else to keep in mind. According to the official Olive Garden website, the lifetime pasta pass expires upon the death of named pass holder. That means you won't be able to include it in your will. Sorry. After a slow start in their marketing efforts, Olive Garden shifted into high gear in 2019. They announced the release of 50 lifetime pasta passes by posting cryptic photos on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The clever stunt worked, and pasta fanatics were determined to score a pass. But there was a catch. You first had to purchase a never-ending pasta pass, and then you had to upgrade at the same time to the lifetime pasta pass, so timing was of the essence. Needless to say, the 50 passes sold out instantaneously. Olive Garden was used to the never-ending pasta passes selling out in seconds, but this was allegedly even more insane. Jessica Dinan, a director of brand communications at Olive Garden owner Darden Restaurants, told Orlando Sentinel, "We're talking milliseconds. It feels up there with the quickest." You can reportedly enjoy 391 different combinations of pasta, sauce, and toppings when you order the never-ending pasta bowl, and the #1 favorite order is rigatoni with creamy mushroom sauce. But perhaps you should proceed with caution and only enjoy this meal on special occasions. Or even better, not at all. You see, the pasta alone clocks in at 440 calories, and that silky, delicious sauce adds 860 calories and 87 grams of fat, 54 of which are artery-clogging saturated fat.
And now add never-ending sausage, and yup, even meatballs.
Well, if you do toss in an order of 3 meatballs, you've just added 480 calories and 40 more grams of fat to your meal. So is the most popular iteration of the never-ending pasta bowl also the most unhealthy? Well, it certainly sounds like it. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, Olive Garden hasn't offered the never-ending pasta bowl in 2020. As of the making of this video, the company hasn't said whether or not the offer will be reinstated down the line. When some Olive Garden locations reopened, the chain did offer a create-your-own-pasta option, which you can enjoy as a dine-in guest or order it for takeout. The menu is virtually the same as the never-ending pasta bowl, but it only offers you a single serving. Nothing never-ending about it. But maybe there's nothing wrong with enjoying only one serving of pasta in a single sitting? Don't worry, we're just joking. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more MASH videos about your favorite restaurant chains are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.